Now, for the record, what I reckon happened, and I'm borrowing this from AIU, remember AIU? He's been banned from YouTube like 50,000 fucking times, but he's still out there, good on him. Now, this Renee Good woman was intentionally blocking the road to interfere with ICE. She was told to get out of her car, she intentionally drove her SUV directly into a human being, and she got shot. It's that fucking simple. Now, there's all sorts of arguments about, oh, which way were the fucking wheels facing? People are saying, well, he shouldn't have been standing in front of the car, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I'm not here to analyse the forensics. I'm here to have a look at the astounding stories that are being told about this event, mainly from the left. She's clearly blocking the road. She's kind of dancing to the sound of her own horn. Her big butch wife's talking all sorts of mad sass to the ICE agents. And then you can see she clearly drives her car into him. Going back to the chain of events, she was intentionally blocking the road. She was told to get out of her car. She intentionally drove her SUV into a human being, and she was fucking shot. I mean, where's the argument here? How do you dispute this? Is the argument that she wasn't blocking the road? Is the argument that she wasn't told to get out of her car? Is the argument that she didn't intentionally run into a human being? Like, did she somehow not see the guy standing in front of her car? Did she somehow accidentally put her foot on the accelerator? I just don't get how these people come to these fucking conclusions. And the left-wing content creators are no fucking better. Have a look at Kyle Kalinske. Now, Kyle Kalinske might be a bit biased. He was, in fact, on Renee Good's lesbian softball team.
There was a murder. There's no other way to refer to this other than murder. There was a ICE murder where an ICE Gestapo thug shot a woman in the face when she was trying to drive away.
Did you see Sam Harris's response to the situation in Minneapolis? I was disappointed by it. I was your biggest fan in the old YouTube days. Well, I'm the exact same person, so Sam has lost the plot. No, he hasn't at all. But fish have no brains. Yes, they're brain dead. Sam Harris on Minneapolis.
You see an apparently benign person who's doing something probably illegal for which maybe she should have been arrested.
Correct so far. She's blocking traffic, correct?
She's blocking traffic, but...
Okay, here comes the big part. Here comes the big part. Here, will Sam pass the test? It's the Coke challenge, Pepsi challenge. Okay, we have the blocking of the thing, right? There's two other parts here, Sam. Don't let me down. The two other parts to this story, Baring has pointed out, took it from my video.
He was told to get out your block. Now, this Renee Good woman was intentionally blocking the road to interfere with ICE.
Correct. This is my graphic. Then what?
She was told to get out of her car.
That's important to mention. She was under arrest, yes. She started to flee the arrest. And here's a real big part.
Intentionally drove her SUV directly into a human being.
That's a big part. Can't leave that out.
And she got shot.
Okay, let's cut back to Sam. Sam, she was blocking traffic. Then what?
The way she handled her car and the contradictory demands she was getting from the ICE agent.
What contradictory demands? There was no contradictory demands. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They said, get out of the fucking car. There's no contradiction whatsoever.
I mean, there was just no sign of her trying to kill anyone with her car.
What? What the fuck are you talking about? She ran a man over with her car, so he completely failed. There's no sign? She intentionally drove her SUV directly into a human being. And there was no contradictory commands from the dudes, ICE. And what do you mean there's no sign of it? Not only was there a sign of it, there was the action of it. So no accountability, Sam is not going to address the fact that she was hit by an SUV. Oh my God.
And even if you were going to make the worst interpretation of her initial movements, well, so she's trying to run over that ICE agent from 2 feet away, albeit slowly.
Slowly? Wait a minute, she's slamming on the accelerator. She's going from a dead stop to as fast as she can to evade capture. And she does this in a reckless fashion. So you saying from 2 feet away as if you're not in danger when you're 2 feet away? Because of the speed? Sam, there's a weight factor here. If you get hit by a car that is accelerating, it will kill you. So like you trying to downplay the fact that he was right on the car, that's the worst place to be. Like your body will not do well if it's ran over by an SUV. Unbelievable. But wait, Devon, I thought you liked Sam Harris. I thought you were on his side. Shouldn't you agree with him? Isn't he like your messiah? And like, if Sam says it, must be right. No. I'm right. I think independently. If Sam is saying this, he's completely fucking wrong. Completely fucking wrong.
Subsequent shots are unjustified.
What do you mean? Which, all shots? You saying all shots are unjustified? Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because you aren't saying that he was in threat of his life. So because you cut this part out, because this part doesn't exist, the story is she was blocking a road, she was told to get out of the car, which he calls contradictory, whatever, and then she was shot. So yeah, you're right, Sam. When you eliminate this and gaslight yourself and the world that she didn't drive her car into him, then those shots would be unjustified. Correct. You're correct, aside from the fact that you're lying about what happened.
He shot her through the windshield of her car.
Uh-huh. How do you get to shoot somebody? How do you shoot somebody through the front windshield of a car? How does that happen? When the car is accelerating through you and you have multiple angles of this.
He's to the side of her car.
Dude, how could you be to the side of the car if you're... Okay. Sam has lost the plot. Sam is completely failed. Completely failed in this.
Which is moving at like 2 miles an hour.
That is not 2 miles an hour. It's 2 miles an hour for a split second. Okay, so him harping on the 2 miles an hour as if we're in a stop frame animation, it is then 5 miles, then 10, then 15, then 20. Okay, so if you don't understand that you could be killed by a car moving 5, 10, 15, 20 miles an hour, you have not seen Crash Test Dummies footage like I have. I mean, it is so crazy that we're now forget ICE, forget Renee, forget lesbianism, forget anything. We're now having an argument about physics. And these people, and this Ashkenazi Jew, UCLA graduate, not me, I'm not Jewish, but I am UCLA grad, so is Sam. He should know that getting hit by a car is a danger to your life. Him downplaying that to the comical degree that he just did is fucking criminal. What he just did there. Sam's analysis of this is insane. And him saying 2 miles an hour, like, oh, what could possibly happen? So should I now show you clips of people ramming their cars into people and then killing them? Cops, civilians. Like, this is not a mystery here at all. It's just you have totally bought into the propaganda of the left. He has happy life, happy wife syndrome has just, enveloped this dude. And like, he is completely off the reservation and totally wrong about this. And anyone who says this, if my father says this to me, he's wrong. Okay, like, this is bullshit. This man's life was endangered. It is totally fucking hypocritical. Why don't you get run over by an SUV and tell me how non-dangerous that situation was? Oh, 2 miles an hour though, bro. What the hell? Yeah, and the Holocaust started with the killing of 2 Jews.
Or she's already been shot in the face and he shoots her twice more. That part...
He didn't know she was shot in the face. Wait, from first shot to third shot takes 0.698 seconds. Not 0.7 seconds. Less than a second from shot 1 to 3, as if he, in that moment, in real time, is supposed to assess the situation and recalculate and make new decisions about his mortal peril. So, any sane person would recognize that he was in danger of dying or being severely hurt. Why? Because a car is accelerating into his body and hitting him. That's why. Because she's evading capture, because she's committing a felony, and she's committing another felony and a third felony. So, obstructing traffic, number 1. Number 2, evading police commands and arrest. That's 2. And number 3, vehicular manslaughter, the attempt to kill a man by driving into him with your car, which is what happened. So you can take that 2 mile an hour and shove it up your ass. That is so fucking disingenuous, as if she's just crawling around at 2 miles an hour. She was accelerating and slamming on her gas. Dude. Unreal. And then he says it's an execution? No, it's self-defense, and it's a basic, easy self-defense case.
It is an execution.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. So, what you have just witnessed is called principles. I don't give a fuck if Sam Harris is smart about a million things, is right about a million things. On this topic, he is completely and totally wrong. Okay? He's wrong about they gave her conflicting commands. Nope, pretty fucking crystal clear. Get out of the fucking car. And she accelerated her car into a human being. Your analysis of that was criminally backward, disingenuous, false, erroneous, dumb, cowardly, disappointing, and just sad. Like that is a ridiculous analysis of what happened there. And so the sickness and the poison of the propaganda of the left is real. It is powerful. It can work. It did work on him. And that is thoroughly enraging to me. But I mean, okay, chalk it up. Sam Harris totally wrong on Renee Good. Cool.
Encounter in Minneapolis and the subsequent killing of Renee Good struck me as just a crystal clear instance of a terrible cop, terribly trained, doing something quite unjustifiable, leading to the death of an innocent civilian. Right?
Wow. It is not unjustifiable to shoot someone who's running you over with a car, and she is not innocent in the slightest. That was a crazy analysis.
I think any effort to defend it, I have not seen even a slightly credible one.
Holy fucking hell. Sam, she wasn't innocent. She was committing 3 felonies. 3. Her third one was an attempted vehicular manslaughter where she ran over a guy. So she ran into him with her car to the point where he felt in danger and had to shoot her. Okay. It's not hard to see that. And like, that is a rock solid defense for why she was shot. It's not like, hey, why did this cop shoot her? No reason. You didn't like the tone of her voice? Oh no, she accelerated her car into him, and you are not grappling with that reality at all. You're not even acknowledging it. You say, oh, she's totally innocent. What? And it's the cop's fault? The cop could be as badly trained as he wanted to be, but he still was run into by an SUV, and that's why he freaked and felt the need to shoot her.
Even if you were going to defend the first shot.
Okay, so now the first shot, so now that's him saying, look, the first shot was legit. And the first and the third shot are 0.7 seconds away from each other. So you're saying, I allow you to defend your life. I will allow 0.2 seconds for you to do it. That's crazy. So, I mean, and it's also, there's a precedent for this where a legal standing when it comes to what is legitimate self-defense, and you clearly are going to be allowed a second to do that. And if within that second, 0.7 of a second, you get 3 shots off, then so be it. Your mind has already gone into the fight mode of self-defense. And so you are asking this guy to shoot once, then figure out if that one shot was enough to save his life, which you already are acknowledging by saying, oh, well, even if the first shot was okay, the second and third were not legit. So you are willing to take a risk for his life that first shot was going to be enough, and that he is supposed to recalculate the threat level to his life after 0.3 of a second. And then, now, if he's wrong and the first shot wasn't enough, he will be dead. Okay, this is the problem when it comes to life-threatening peril, is that we're not here to fuck around. We don't have the time to, get this wrong. We can't afford to get it wrong. So that's why 3 shots were fired. There are cops that shoot 12, 20 more shots after technically the threat has been eliminated, and they don't go to jail at all.
You're gonna get shot.
Shots fired on orange, 52nd and orange.
Because it is self-defense, and we're going to allow you a full 1 second to defend yourself. So the notion of shot 1, okay, shot 2 and 3 is bad is a failed enterprise. You will not win that argument. That is, I mean, there's so many holes in it. I just explained why it has no legal standing, and it's completely irrational to ask someone to reassess every 0.2 seconds.
The subsequent 2 are just clearly an attempt to ensure that she's dead after the cop is just objectively out of harm's way. I mean,
right. So it's a reassessment after 0.2 seconds after his life was, undeniably in danger by being run into by an SUV.
Just not, but so all of that's alarming and awful. But the worst part was the administration's response.
Okay, so here's the pivot, and he's going to talk about terrorism.
To it. I mean, just right out of the gate.
Going into the red herring.
They started lying.
So you are lying about what happened.
In the most, I mean, it's not even, you can't even call it lying on some level, because this is the It's a type of lying that makes no pretense of being believable. Or I mean, that, like if you were going to lie in a way that was meant to deceive, you'd make some contact with the evidence. But here we're just, they just seem to think that they can bludgeon us with lies.
Sam, you just lied. You said that there was a contradiction in the commands that she was receiving. There was not. There was not. That's a lie. And you said that the car was going 2 miles an hour. It clearly was accelerating. So for you to harp in on a point in time where it was traveling at 2 miles an hour and not acknowledge that that was a fleeting moment and it was on its way to going much faster is also a lie. And you called her innocent. She was anything but innocent. Sam, she had committed 3 felonies right before your very eyes. Obstructing traffic, resisting arrest, fleeing from an officer, and then assaulting an officer with her vehicle. Like, are you kidding me? And then you're going to give us some lecture about lying? Like, it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. I mean, just literally every word out of the mouth of the president, the vice president, Kristi Noem. I mean, it's just all been, to encourage a kind of mass hallucination.
Unbelievable. It's the pot calling the kettle black. It's crazy.
And the fact that so many people seem willing to participate in that hallucination right of center is, frankly, fairly scary.
It's not right. See, for him, it's all about left-right politics and the president and his tweet. It's like the video speaks for itself. These are 2 people in Minneapolis. We don't know these people. Do not go through the prism of somebody else's commentary, although I'm kind of doing the same thing. Speak for yourself. Make a point for yourself. You didn't say anything. You're like, everything Trump said was wrong. You didn't give one example. You didn't explain one aspect of it. And in your retelling of the story, you're completely wrong about Renee Good. Totally wrong.
What do you make of, so what has struck me, in addition to where you highlighted the administration's response, is how the media has responded. And I can almost tell you how the media responds based on the logo. It just seems like there's a total lack of all critical thinking. Specifically, I was especially triggered by Fox, who led with, lesbian activist, as if to say our audience clearly would hold her more culpable if we highlighted that she sleeps with someone of the same sex, that somehow that might in some way justify or make her seem less.
This is this guy reading into it. And look, the lesbianism and gay shit, that matters. Identity matters a huge deal to the left. So the fact that it was included in the coverage from the right, and you are taking the worst possible scenario in which, they did that for nefarious reasons, that's just your bias and your speculation. But they're more than happy to make it about who was white, who was black. You don't think it mattered that Derek Chauvin was white and that George Floyd was black? And do you think the left-wing media said, white officer Derek Chauvin, black guy George Floyd? That was the entire story, was that. So it's a little bit rich to say, oh, Fox made it important that she was gay. Okay, well, I mean, best case scenario, they are then just as bad as the left. Totally crazy.
Or more deserving of this kind of treatment. Any thoughts on how the media has handled it and how people are absorbing it? I've seen a GoFundMe for the officer that includes large donations from fairly public figures.
Yeah, well, I'm not even sure why that would be necessary at this point, because it sounds like the administration has said nothing but exculpatory things about him. And it's
one of the most easy to decipher cases of self-defense in human history. On video, multiple angles, being run over in a car, trying to evade capture. Run into by an SUV rapidly accelerating in icy conditions. That's a danger to his life. You're acting like a moron that we have to explain that to you. And she is responsible for him needing to defend his life.
So I can't imagine any kind of prosecution is in the offing.
Yeah, and why not, Sam? Why do you think there will be no prosecution? Because there's no case.
I'm inclined to bend over backwards to be charitable to law enforcement in these situations. But from what we can tell about the vetting and frenzied recruitment of ICE, it's just clearly they're putting guns in the hands of people who are spectacularly unqualified to be wielding them. And
He has no idea about the gun training of that officer. So this is, again, just random speculation.
they're putting them in situations with a kind of a philosophy of, it's not even law enforcement, right? It's just some kind of public intimidation.
No, it's law enforcement. They have a mission. They have a stated goal. Immigration laws are a thing, and they're there to enforce them.
Again, it's just not, this is not a normal police work that we're seeing. And
Yes, they're a special agency that's called ICE. It's different, and we have a different threat, and we have to do something about it, and this is what's being done.
And I think these kinds of errors, I'm not, be charitable with respect to the intentions of the cop in this case, but I mean, it's obviously an error to have shot this person and killed her, right? It's just not, and
What? Again, the complete ghosting of why he shot. It's just, it's like saying Rittenhouse, there was an error for him to kill Rosenbaum. Not an error, it's Rosenbaum's fault. If Rosenbaum doesn't do what he did and endanger Rittenhouse's life, he wouldn't be dead. If Renee Good didn't endanger the life of this officer, she wouldn't be dead. To then, at the end of it, describe this event as, it's an error to have shot? I mean, it's a complete whiff. He has totally failed in analyzing the situation. And this is a guy who cares about morality, cares about lying. He wrote a book called The Moral Landscape. He wrote a book about lying. And right now he is lying and being immoral by classifying this as he just randomly shot her and it was a mistake. Well, okay, Sam, what if he gets hit by the car, the car doesn't hit him at a certain angle, which happens all the time, and the car does serious damage to him, killing him? Then what? What are you going to say about it? The answer is you're not going to say anything about it because your side likes killing ICE agents. They like harassing them. It wouldn't be a national story. It would just be like, ICE agent got injured in the, or killed in a situation with a car. Like, it wouldn't even be sensational at all. So you wouldn't even comment on it. But instead, you are shaming this guy for rightfully defending his life. And then just doing some sort of vague virtue signal about someone dying is bad, which is just, so not the point. And we could all sit here and write a poem about how sad it is. That's not the issue. It's technically and legally and morally, he did not do anything wrong. And she, in fact, did. Sam, are you aware that running over people with a car is not okay? That's bad? Did you write about that in The Moral Landscape?
And again, what isn't an error, or what can't plausibly be thought to be an error, is the ongoing response to this from the government and from highly partisan media to describe.
As opposed to you're not highly partisan?
Her behavior as clearly terroristic, right? I mean, she's a terrorist.
No, I refuse to go into the debate over this word terrorist. She committed an act of violence in the pursuit of a political agenda. So, she didn't kill a civilian or didn't harm a civilian. It was an officer. It could still be terrorism, but it's not. This is a useless pursuit to haggle over the word terrorism here. Okay, it's already hyperbolic. It was unintentional in some way. It was more of an act of callous disregard for human life. So she made a decision to endanger someone's life alongside her quest to escape justice. Okay, so that is not as direct an act of terrorism as a suicide bomber, but it's still as bad, and it's still as serious and gravely serious for the guy she was running into. And so, who cares if you're going to call it terrorism? Forget it. It's vehicular manslaughter. That's bad enough.
Who was trying to mow down cops. I mean, not even just the one cop. It sounded like, to hear it described from on high, it was multiple cops.
No one said it was multiple. No one said that. That's you making that up. The word terrorism doesn't imply that. And everyone who's reported on this said she hit one guy.
Cops were just trying to get their car out of the snow, and here came this maniac, terrorist, activist.
Well, she is a maniac and she is an activist. So again, let's just eliminate the word terrorist and let's just talk about what actually happened.
Who was clearly weaponized by some
ideology and media, yeah.
Enemy within, right? There's some
it's mainstream left-wing news.
Antifa cult that has funded all of this.
It's not Antifa per se. There's an ICE watch group These people are legitimate psychopaths, yes.
Right? Probably George Soros is at the back of it, and turn these drones loose on our innocent ICE officers. And she just tried to, this is one of the car attacks.
Have you not seen all the footage? I mean, her and her ilk are batshit crazy. They are totally impassioned because of propaganda, and they're taking on a mission that is, ultimately counterproductive, anti-American, anti-law and order, and is just useless, sort of protesting and bitching and running of interference. So yes, she definitely had a media diet that led her down that path, and it's all, retarded.
We see from jihadists, right? This is what you expect to see hearing it described, and then you turn on the video, and one of these videos was shot by the officer himself, right? I mean,
yeah,
you might have asked why he was walking around her car.
Because she's blocking the road and interfering with them, because what you were just trying to downplay, like, oh, it makes it sound like she's a crazy activist and like some white liberal psychopath. She was that, Sam. And that's why she's parked there committing a felony, which you are downplaying to the point of absurdity right now. So she is endangering everyone's lives. She is a nuisance. She is an irritant. She is then resisting arrest. She's interfering with federal agents doing their jobs. Okay, this is a crime. And him walking around the car, yes, to record and later maybe prosecute or find and take note of who these people are. This is a passive, non-violent thing that he was doing. Recording the license plate, recording their faces. Okay, these people are here. They are professional agitators. Duly noted. We have them on film. What is wrong with him filming this? I mean, it's no different than every cop having a body cam that's on all the time. Do you have a complaint about that? Or are you just bitching because you heard it on your left-wing timeline and now you think it's a point? It's not a point that he was filming.
Filming her with his own cell phone. I mean, that was bizarre behavior.
What? Bizarre? In no world is that bizarre. It makes perfect sense. Damn, if somebody is stalking you, let's say someone stalks you for 3 hours and you're like, okay, I'm not going to like confront this person, but like I do want to take note that I'm being stalked by this person. You pull out your camera and film them. This happens all the time. Okay, so because you are so scandalously dishonest with how you are analyzing the situation and describing it, so like you're saying she was just this innocent woman just randomly sitting there. She was stalking them, being an obstructionist and an agitator and committing a felony. She gets filmed. That is a normal, that's not bizarre in the slightest, abso-freaking-lutely normal, what he did. And so, like, where are you going with this? You're totally wrong with that assessment.
And then, then drew with his other hand and shot her through the
You forgot the part where she accelerated into him, but okay.
windshield.
Yeah.
Shot her twice more.
Yeah, you forgot the part, Sam. You did what every basic bitch lefty does.
She was clearly past him.
She was not past him, and you've acknowledged this. You've acknowledged that, well, the first shot, how was she past him, Sam, when there's a hole in the front windshield? Explain that. Explain to me why there's multiple angles of this showing her hitting him. She wasn't past him. Okay, so your pathetic attempt to say this guy's in the wrong is you're criticizing him for the shit he did 0.3 seconds later after his life being in mortal peril. Is that your point? Okay, that will lose in any court in our country. Okay, that is not a winning proposition. Shot 1 was good, the shot 0.2 seconds later was bad. That's, okay, good luck with that.
But from all of that video, you see an apparently benign person
benign.
Who's doing something probably illegal for which maybe she should have been arrested. Yeah,
that was what they were doing. Yeah,
I mean that's fine.
Okay, so everything's fine.
Blocking traffic.
Right. What about the attempted vehicular manslaughter?
She doesn't have a right to do that with her car, but
correct.
The way she handled her car and the contradictory demands she was getting from the ICE agents.
Dude, you think he'll offer a correction? You know what? On second review, she didn't get any contradictory demands. There were none. Get out of the car. You're under arrest.
I mean, there was just no sign of her trying to kill anyone with her car.
Wow, imagine saying that. There was no sign of her trying to kill someone with her car. She hit a man with her car. Where do we go from here? But why don't we just take it to the abstract? You know, like when in the Matrix, Neo just goes into the Matrix and he's in like this empty room with a bunch of guns. Let me take you to one of those rooms. Sam, do you think your life is in danger if you're being hit by a car? Head on? Like, do you think you're in danger? Mention it was 2 miles an hour for a split second.
And again, even if you were going to make the worst interpretation of her initial movements, where she's like,
we're not interpreting anything. She pointed her car at a human being, saw the human being there, accelerated through the human being. Okay, that's not an interpretation. That's a description of reality, Sam. How are you defending this?
oh, see, she's trying to run over that ICE agent from.
Hold on, and he used the word trying. Trying is not the issue. Okay, there is no try. There is only do or do not. I think Yoda said that. It doesn't matter what she's trying to do. We can all reasonably agree that she was trying to evade the cops. The point is, in her trying to evade the cops, she callously disregarded the human well-being of a person, an individual standing in front of her car. Okay, so most accidents, most vehicular manslaughters, most drunk driving incidents, the person is not trying to kill someone. And that doesn't matter. When you come into court on a vehicular manslaughter, no one says, look, I wasn't trying to do it, so therefore it's nothing. It's like, okay, we grant, I will grant she wasn't trying to do it. First of all, that is a very generous interpretation of this. A far more logical one was she saw the guy, she didn't give a fuck if she hurt the guy. She prioritized herself and her fleeing over his well-being. And she is in the wrong. She is responsible for the operation of this deadly weapon, which is a motor vehicle. And if you're going to run into someone, you are at fault. So had Renee survived this, that ICE agent should have sued the fuck out of her. Okay, for what she did, which is assault with a deadly weapon. It's vehicular manslaughter attempt. And he would have won that case because on video, you see her running into the guy. You see her seeing him, accelerating through him. And Sam is out here talking about trying. Maybe she wasn't trying to do it. And I'm sitting here willing to grant she wasn't trying. She was indifferent to it. She's like, look, I'm going to try to turn away from him. Oh, whoopsie, I guess I didn't miss him. You know, I guess I hit him. So, who cares? No one's going to hold me accountable. And the fucking moral guru, Sam Harris, is going to give you a pass because after all, you weren't trying to hit him, is his estimation. I guess we'll never know. Maybe she was trying to do two things, kill two birds with one stone. I'm trying to get away and I'm trying to hit this guy. I mean, I'm clearly not trying to not hit this guy. I mean, and why are we talking about trying? She hit the guy. Trying? There's no trying in baseball.
2 feet away, you know, albeit slowly. His subsequent shots are
so bullshit. Slowly. She slammed the accelerator on and was doing nothing but going faster and faster. Slowly. I mean, what a ridiculous thing to be like at the beginning of, you know how an airplane takes off and you're just like rolling, you're sitting there on the tarmac and all of a sudden it accelerates and it just goes faster and faster. At the beginning, it's real slow. You know, for a fraction of a second, you're going kind of slow. So if an airplane hits you and it's like, it's accelerating, it's taking off, it's going to full speed. If an airplane hits you at the beginning, oh, well, I mean, can we really say that's dangerous? Yeah, we can. We can very much say that's dangerous because the next fraction of a second, it's going faster, Sam, faster than 2 miles an hour. And the next fraction of a second, it's going faster than what I just mentioned. And the next, and by the way, this is a multiple tonned object and you are a human. So the audacity to suggest, to tell us that it's not a threat to be hit by an SUV that is slamming on its accelerator. And then to sit there and morally denounce anyone who could defend this and be like, well, how dare you? This was clearly an execution. Fucking retarded.
justified, right? He shot her through the windshield of her car. He's to the side of her car, which is moving at like
If he were to the side of her car, he couldn't have shot her through the windshield of her car. We have his angle. In his angle, All he sees is the entirety of the front of her car coming directly into him. What are you talking about? He's to the side of the car. The key moment is not even the first shot, it's the second before the first shot when she is pointing the car right at him and accelerating. And the threat posed there was that, holy shit, she's about to hit me. And guess what, Sam? She did hit him. You seem to not mention that part. Not once has he said she hit him. She hit him with her car. It's a large car, Sam. And it's dangerous to be hit by a car, and you've downplayed all of the key points here. And now you're talking about what happened after. He's happy to talk about what happened after she pointed the car at him and accelerated and hit him, and he shot through the front windshield. After that, he was ricocheted to the side on the ice through the force of the car, and then you're like, wait a minute, after the relevant thing, he was less in danger. Yeah, we agree. And his 0.698 seconds of self-defense is totally justified. Unfortunate, he could have shot once, been ricocheted, and then not shot second and third shot, and that would have been a different outcome, a different timeline. He could have not shot at all. He could have dove to the side, and that would have been a choice. I mean, a good choice, because he's, saving lives, and he in that split second, he could have flight or fight, and he chose to fight. He could have chose to flight. I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I would have said, okay, good luck to him. I hope he jumps quick enough. I hope he doesn't slip on the ice. I mean, I wasn't in his shoes. If I'm an officer with the gun, I've just been dragged by a car, and some woman is propelling an SUV into me, maybe the calculation of fight makes more sense in that moment. And if you want to get technical, and we do, he has the right to defend himself from that threat. A threat you have ghosted shamelessly.
2 miles an hour, she's already been shot in the face, and he shoots her twice more. That part is an execution.
He doesn't know what the outcome of the first shot was. Sam doesn't know that at all. Literally no one knows what happened with the first shot. The guy doing the shooting doesn't know. How much time are you granting him to assess the damage done by the first shot, Sam? All of this is within less than 0.698 of a second. So the first shot, first of all, the angle of it looks like it didn't hit her in the face. Maybe the body. He has no idea if that was enough. If it hit her, if it did anything. This is why cops often, typically, mag dump on someone and say, that person posing a legit threat to my life deserves to be neutralized. And I will mag dump. I'm not going to mag dump one bullet and then be like, hold on, let's wait, pause, wait, let's assess the damage done by that first bullet. Is my life still in danger? Oh shit, it is. Oh shit, oh, it's too late now. Nope, that's not how it works, Sam. You're getting mag dumped on. The point of the story, do not threaten the life of someone with a gun. Or anybody. And it's crazy that they're going within the second. We're going within a second to morally judge this guy and be like, here's how I would have played it. My life wasn't in danger, but here's how I'm playing it. Shoot once, assess, pause, risk your life again, maybe shoot twice. Probably not, though, because you've assessed. Now, you could die in this time period. There was a legitimate threat to your life. But these fuckers on the outside want you to pause every 0.2 seconds and reassess your judgment of whether or not your life is in danger. That's not how it works. You people are naively, retardedly lost on this.
Right. So it's just, and how we have a government now who will double and triple down on obvious lies. I mean, there's just no burden to correct the record. There's nothing careful. It's all partisan.
Sam, you are more partisan than anyone on the planet. You have been lying about this incident. You will not correct the record on the lies you have said. 2 lies come to mind. First of all, your retardation on shot 1 versus shot 2 and 3 is duly noted. You said she got contradicting commands. She didn't. You said she was innocent. She absolutely was not. You said she was benign. She absolutely was not. You never mentioned that she hit a guy. So you are not mentioning the thing that is the reason for this story. Now, those are lies. So you're lying directly, you're lying through omission, and you're never going to correct the record on any of them. And this is coming from one of your biggest fans. Okay, happened to be an Eagle Scout, so I happen to care more about life and death and morality than just my random fandom of you and a lot of your work. But you couldn't be more wrong on this if you tried.
Bile, and it's everything is political, right? We're just now in the presence of non-adults where it's a Stephen Miller-ish vibe that has spread everywhere, where you just start demonizing your critics and making no contact with facts, and then wait for the news cycle to move on to the next outrage, which will predictably appear within 24 hours, given what's happening with this administration.
Yeah, the recruitment strategy.
Unbelievable. So everything's partisan and everything is seen through the lens of politics. Typical from this administration, am I right? I mean, dude, you are the thing you're criticizing. It's just fucking laughable. So that is a thoroughly disappointing romp into the mind of a dude who is heavily drenched in left-wing media diet, and he just, full-on bought in hook, line, and sinker into the propaganda about the telling of that story. And it doesn't matter. This is a video. You could figure this out for yourself if you were to care. If you didn't have an agenda here, I mean, if you didn't hate ICE or if you didn't hate Trump, then maybe you could just see this for what it is. But that's not the world we live in. People do hate Trump and do hate ICE and are lefties and are, skewed radically to the point where they're more than happy to lie through omission directly and just paint this and shove this. It's a Rorschach test that they are pushing into a picture. So it's like, this random ink blot is, I think it's the Mona Lisa. Okay, we see what you're doing. It is not true. It matters what is true, and you have failed miserably today, good sir. Disgraceful.
says I'm lucky to met you. I don't care what you think, 'cause there's hands outside me. And it's now my duty to completely shrink you. I tried to prove to men that in your section. Passing back.